listening to Who Cares Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John Brueggemeier Gymnasium, the site of tonight's SBC cross-conference matchup between the Old Fort Stockaders and the Margaretta Polar Bears. I'm Nate Mullins. You're tuned in here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Alongside me is my partner, Greg the Wizard Kinn. We've got Donnie Hannam on the camera tonight. Thanks for tuning in here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State for this season-ending matchup. This is our final regular season matchup of the year. Well, kind of, because we actually have two matchups going on here tonight. As we have tonight here on the Adrenaline stream, you catch the Old Fort versus Margaretta game. And then here in about a half hour, or maybe sooner, depending on how quick they get started over there in Attica, we'll have the Seneca East versus Colonel Crawford game. It'll come to you on the X stream. You can find that on our YouTube channel, or you can find both games tonight on HarvilleOhioSports.com. Click on the Watch Live tab. You can find both broadcasts whenever they're both live. Make sure you share the broadcast. I'll find it here in just a second. Once again, we're live here on the pregame show brought to you by our friends at that Mexican Restaurant. We're just moments away from the opening tip. Before we get you to the opening tip, let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this ball game to you live and paywall free right here.
I'll let you do any.
Oh, wait. We're going to do the national anthem brought to you by the Old Fort Pet.
My goodness gracious, another exciting rendition here by another great pep band here in the area. Nate, Greg, had you back over here with the headset on. You know, you were enjoying that one, taking that one in. That was good stuff right there.
I had to pause for that one because that was brilliant. Once again, the Old Fort Pep Band bringing you the national anthem here before we get started. Star Spangled Banner. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here, broadcast this game live and paywall free right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball all season long right here on Harville Ohio Sports. And when I say all season long, folks, every game on that list has been on that list all season long. And if you have enjoyed watching high school basketball, please do us a favor. Keep those names in mind when you're out in the community making your financial decisions, because you might not be able to donate to us, or you might not be. We don't like doing the paywalls. And in order for us to keep it that way, you have to support our sponsors. That's all we ask. Once again, we're live here on the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant pregame show at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. And here's the starting lineup.
And Nate, I want you to just take this in for a moment, and viewers at home, if you can, look at the screens and take this in. There's a reason why this gymnasium is in the Final Four of the WTOL's home court contest, there's a reason why, and I'll hope aloud, another great team, another great gymnasium in the area is also in the contest. Head against them, but there leaves no doubt in your mind why they're in the Final Four. When you look around this place, it's feels like a college-like atmosphere when you start putting here. They got the lights turned down low. They got the spotlight on. They got the guy working the spotlight over here. Great job for him. Team working hard every game. They got the screen over here with a beautiful video package playing. They got logos playing by, videos, basketballs on fire, traffic, all the stuff that sets the atmosphere down. It's like, I'm a WWE fan, Nate, so, it's, I kind of dig all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely, and that is what sets the atmosphere here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. Once again, an iconic venue for high school basketball, and one of my favorite places to call a high school basketball game.
Yeah, and if you want to vote in that contest, show your love for the Stockaders, head on over to our Facebook page, scroll down maybe one or two posts, and you'll see it. We shared the link there where you can go to the page to actually vote for the teams.
And we are
Google sheet.
Just about ready to get this one underway. Opening tip controlled by the Polar Bears. And we are underway here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. Thanks for tuning in here with us. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here tonight. Donnie Hannam on the camera. Make sure if you're watching along with us, do us a favor. Like, follow, and subscribe to all of our platforms, but please share the video. Julian Washington pulls up for the right wing three off the mark. And rebound grabbed by the Stockaders. But liking, following, subscribing, that all helps a lot, folks. But what really helps us a lot is if you share the video with your friends. You never know who might want to be watching this one here tonight. Isaac Gallagher shot off the mark. He gets his own rebound, though. The kick out to Grant Havens is no good, but the Stockaders grab the offensive rebound, and they're going to call a push-off on the Stockaders. I think that's going to go against number 4, Brock Hull. First team foul on either team at the 7:16 mark here in the first quarter.
The crowd's already going to start chirping here tonight, Nate.
Oh, this one's going to be feisty. Polar Bears with the basketball. We'll get you the starting fives here in just a moment.
Once again, folks, first point to the basket, or first point to the game scored there. But I was going to say, once again, doubleheader night here tonight. You're looking for you got more than one screen, which most people do. You want to turn on the X stream. Check out the Sunday East game from Crawford. The matchup you want to check out.
That is absolutely right. Should be a great one over there on the X stream.
But only if you got two screens. Don't tune away from us.
I'm sure everybody's got a phone and they got a TV. You can pull up one of the games on the TV and watch the other one on your phone. That's what I always do. Oh, when I'm lucky enough to have the night off and two games on at the same time.
I'll say this is true. I've seen you do this.
Polar Bears looking to inbound. Judah Keller gets it into Julian Washington. Keller now gets it back. Get it back to Washington. Washington drives it, pulls up in the paint. That one off the mark. Keller grabs the rebound. Second chance opportunity for the Polar Bears. Three-point shot. That's good from Keegan Morris.
From downtown.
Polar Bears lead at 5-0. Stockaders with the basketball. Starting five for the Old Fort Stockaders. Number 3, Isaac Gallagher. Number 4, Brock Hull. Number 11, Grant Havens. Number 12, Dimitri Carter. And number 21, Henry Beisner. There's your starting five for the Old Fort Stockaders. And Isaac Gallagher works his way to the basket, puts that one up and in. First basket for Stockaders. It's 5-2 Polar Bears. Margaretta with the basketball. Keegan Morris.
Already getting defense, already trying to get in the opponent's head.
Absolutely.
Like 3 minutes into this one, Nate.
The Polar Bears extend their lead back out to 5. It's 7-2. Full court press for Margaretta. Dimitri Carter kicks it out on the left wing. That's Brock Hall. gives it to Henry Beisner. Back to Hull. Now Isaac Gallagher on the left wing, drives it. Puts it up, puts it in. Isaac Gallagher bullies his way up with that shot.
I tell you, Nate, a lot of people and a lot of these home teams seem to favor these white jerseys, but there's something very intimidating about them black jerseys with the dark green numbers on them.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, those are nice looking.
They give me a little bit of a flashback to the old, remember the Mohawk jerseys when they had the just black with red numbers?
Oh, yeah.
No trim, no nothing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice takeaway there.
Stockaders with the turnover. Gallagher, nice move,
Shaking
puts it up, unable to finish.
Finish that.
That would have been a highlight reel for sure.
Speaking of highlight reels.
Beautiful ball movement by the Polar Bears as Judah Keller finishes at the rim. Dimitri Carter, Beisner. Nice little give and go there as they keep the ball moving. Ball never touched the floor on that possession there. Polar Bears with it. Keller gonna pull back the logo, reset. Now Keegan Morris with it. Starting five for the Polar Bears, number 5, Cale Bailey, junior forward. Number 12, Keegan Morris, senior guard. Number 14, Julian Washington, senior forward. Number 22, Judah Keller, senior guard. And number 40, Tyson Bailey, junior forward.
Two more there. Just popped that one from inside.
Dimitri Carter with it, picks up his dribble at the elbow. Gives it off, Isaac Gallagher on the right wing. Brock Hall with it on the left wing. Keegan Morris defending. Havens works it over to Gallagher on the right wing. Gallagher, Washington defending. Washington nearly got the poke away, but Gallagher gets it back, picks up his dribble. Nice defense by the Polar Bears. And a poke away, goes out of bounds. And they're going to say foul on the reach in by Keegan Morris. That's the first team foul on the Polar Bears. That comes at the 2:36 mark here in the first quarter. Margaretta leading 11-6. Dimitri Carter with it. Top of key. Jude Keller on defense. Carter picked up his dribble. Gives it off to Hull. Hull. Over to Gallagher. Gallagher on the right wing. Working on Washington. This is a great matchup to watch here, folks. Gallagher pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down. Boy, Greggy, that was wet.
Nice. Nothing but the net.
Stockaders staying within range here. It's a 3-point game. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Morris with a nice pull-up from the block. Got it to go. Stockaders with the basketball. Gallagher, nice move on Morris. Into the lane, up with the shot. Got it to go, and the foul. Isaac Gallagher with a chance for a 3-point play. He's got 8 points here in the first quarter. Homecoming king last time we were here. Unable to get that one to go. Gallagher on the season, just a 64% free throw shooter. Morris, 3-pointer off the mark. Bailey tipped the rebound, but it goes to the Stockaders. Havens over to Carter on the left wing. Now back to Havens. Grant Havens over to Gallagher. 3-point game here. Brock Hall on the left wing. Stockaders out to Havens for 3! It's a tie ball game, 13 apiece. 1:05 left to play in the first. Judah Keller brings it into the forecourt. Slow the pace here for the Polar Bears. Draws a double team, kicks it out to Morris. Morris over to Washington on the left wing. Back to Morris. He's going to pull it back. 45 seconds. Now Washington, that strip, gets it back. Out to Keller. Keller puts it on the floor. Kicks it over to Bailey for 3. Inside the arc. That one off the mark. But Morris with the putback. Keegan Morris with 9 points here in the first quarter. Dimitri Carter puts the Stockaders up by 1. Dimitri Carter with his first basket of the game. Stockaders with the lead. Into the paint, Washington had it blocked. And that's no shot. That's the end of the first quarter. And a raucous crowd here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium as the Stockaders lead it 16-15 at the end of the first. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Hoops on Hoops.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. Nate Mullins, Greg the Wizard Kinn, and Donnie Hannam on the call with you here tonight. A beautiful Friday night here with a packed house at Old Fort High School. Stockaders lead at 16-15 after 1. Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Old Fort with the basketball. Dimitri Carter will inbound it. Grant Havens will get things started here. Keegan Morris led all scorers in the first quarter with 9 points for the Polar Bears. And Isaac Gallagher pitched in 8 for the Stockaders. Grant Havens. Tackett turns it over as he's into the game for the first time. Andrew Tackett on the Polar Bears. They work it down low. Bailey's shot up off the mark. Tyson Bailey unable to get to go. Stockaders. Gallagher. Now Tackett drives it into the paint, puts up the shot, had it blocked. We got contact under the basket. I think this is going to be a shooting foul. It'll go on Jake Boyd, his first. A name that's familiar from football season.
Heard it a time or two.
Couple times. Tackett off the mark on the first free throw. On the season, just a 40% free throw shooter. They got the second one to go. Old Fort with a 17-15 lead over Margaretta.
Didn't think to be saying that at the start of the second, did you, Nate? We've seen this happen a couple times so far this season where the more dominant team, the one you expect to be more dominant anyways, kind of toys with the other team for a little bit and then they pull away there. But usually the other team just trying to keep it close. They usually don't go into the second period with the lead like that. Let's see how halftime looks.
A nice drive to the basket there as Judah Keller.
Another name we're familiar with from the football season.
Absolutely. Keller with the steal. Pushes it. Keegan Morris drives it. Put it up. Put it in. Keegan Morris has 11 now. And the Polar Bears quickly back up on top, 19-17. Boy, that was quicker than a hiccup. They're down by 2. Now they're up by 2. And a turnover off the Stockaders. It'll go out of bounds. Polar Bears basketball, 6:07 left to play here in the first half. Tyson Bailey gets it into Judah Keller. nearly went through the hands of Keller out of bounds, but Washington was right there. You hear that? D what? Defense. D what?
Oh, okay. That's what they're saying. I heard the something defense, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. I'm an old man, Nate. I don't know what these young kids are saying these days.
Tyson Bailey with the shot for the Polar Bears. Puts them up by 4. And that pass goes out of bounds. Stockaders look careless with the basketball here at the start of the start of the second quarter. And that's why we got a timeout here from Coach Eric Hoover, as he's like, I don't like what I see, guys. We had all the momentum at the end of the first quarter. And so far, the Polar Bears have come out and extinguished that fire here in this gymnasium. Once again, timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take this time and thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors, bringing you high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
And if you guys don't want this to be the end of the Hoos journey, if you don't want this to be the last game you get to watch, better get yourself on that list. Get a hold of us. You know how.
That's right. Tournament basketball starts tomorrow here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And if you want to add your name to the list, there's still time. Judah Keller's three-point shot off the mark. It goes out of bounds off of the Polar Bears. There is still time to add your name to the list for tomorrow's game against, we have the Calvert Senecas hosting the Mohawk Warriors. I might want to tell the AD we're coming.
It's Hoos. I'm sure they'll make an exception.
A turnover. Polar Bears with the basketball. Keller turns it over himself.
Nice turn over there.
A little poke away from behind. Stockaders with basketball. Grant Havens with it.
They can't let these Polar Bears stretch out that lead here in the second. They're going to stay in this one.
And a reach-in foul. Going to go on Judah Keller. And you're absolutely right, Greg. They can't let this get too far out of hand. You got to keep this within a 2-possession game.
Yeah, we're not asking you to have the upper hand or have the lead the entire game, but you can't let this thing get out of hand.
Because these Polar Bears, I mean,
they know how to take it and run with it.
Absolutely.
That's the reason they have, what is it, 3 losses on the season?
Well, and when you consider scoring averages, they're outscoring their opponents by an average of 24 points a game. Julian Washington. Boom!
Boom, shakalaka.
Brought the house down with that one. The Polar Bear faithful got what they paid for here tonight with that jam. Eisner with the feed. Havens is fouled on his way to the basket. I believe that's going to go on Julian Washington. That'll be his first foul. Surprisingly, Greg, Polar Bears with a 6-point lead, and that Julian Washington slam dunk was his first basket of the game.
Wow.
Young man leads the team in scoring. 24.4 points per game. The Dayton commit as Grant Havens knocks down both free throws and brings it back to a 4-point game. Havens with 5 points here tonight. Keller. They kick it out. Morris for 3. That one goes in and out. And the rebound tipped.
Our sound is choppy.
And grabbed by Grant Havens. Uh-oh.
You want to try to reboot it? Give us a second, folks, for sound-wise, and we'll come back. Well, I mean, we'll stay here, but we'll step away for a second for sound.
You might not be able to hear us for just a second here, but we'll try to get things sorted out. Well, hopefully that fixes it.
Well, we'll have a listen here.
Judah Keller puts up the shot, puts it in. He's got 6 points. And the Polar Bears lead it by 6. Doc Hall on the left wing. Oh, what a nice give and go there as Henry Beisner gives it back to Grant Havens, and he puts it up and in. It's a 4-point game.
Keeping it close, just like we said they need to do here, Nate.
Up and under, Tyson Bailey got that one to go. .225 left here in the first half, 27-21. Polar Bears on top. Grant Havens gets it to Dimitri Carter. Now Beisner puts up the shot. That one's off the mark. A little too strong with that one. Julian Washington at the top of the key, drives it into the paint. Nice move. What a friendly roll there as he got that one to go. Hopefully that'll fix things here.
All right, we should be back up here.
Apologies for the audio, but hopefully we're back up and running here. Polar Bears lead at 29-23 over the Stockaders. 1:30 left to play here in the first half. And the right wing three for Bailey is off the mark. Cale Bailey unable to get that one to go. Stockaders pushing it. Isaac Gallagher over to Tackett. Tackett now over to Carter. Dimitri Carter with it. Nice defense by Judah Keller. Carter picks up his dribble, gives it to Tackett. Tackett had it poked away. Tyson Bailey with the steal from behind. Judah Keller, spin move, puts it up, puts it in. Judah Keller. Nice little finger roll there, got that one to go. And the Polar Bears up by 8 now, 31-23. Brock Hall. Now Isaac Gallagher on the left wing. 38 seconds left here in the first half. Gallagher at the elbow. Oh, he got the shot to go. They count it. Or no, that was an offensive foul off the ball.
Wow.
Oh, man. That was a good-looking shot.
Good news is I think
Gallagher.
I think we figured the sound out, Nate.
I think we got the sound under control.
Hopefully.
Apologies for that one, folks. As
yeah, I didn't see the comments coming in here.
the two stream setup here tonight. They have the stream setup that we've been using all year. This is the new stuff. We wanted to make sure we had the stuff that we would have to make adjustments to.
Right. Yeah, that's why you got the wizard here.
Keegan Morris kicks it down low. Judah Keller, 3 seconds, puts it up. No, but he draws the foul. Judah Keller will go to the free throw line. 2 shots for the senior. Judah Keller is one of 2 unanimous choice first team all SBC Bay, as him and Julian Washington both were unanimous choices for the SBC first team in the SBC Bay. The rest of the starting five, Cale Bailey made the second team, and then Tyson Bailey and Keegan Morris, honorable mention. Full court shot from Grant Havens was off the mark. And that's the end of the first quarter. The Polar Bears lead it 32-23.
That's the end of the
second quarter, sorry.
Yeah.
It's first half.
Yeah.
The end of the first half.
A little bit of a score change there.
32-23, Polar Bears on top. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
Since 1847, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse has been Tiffin's trusted florist. From stunning arrangements to everyday flowers, they help you say it beautifully. Whether you're celebrating life's victories or supporting your loved ones, stop by their beautiful shop on Greenfield Street or order online at wagnerflowers.com for easy pickup or delivery. Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, where tradition blooms.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today.
After an injury or surgery, adults are often prescribed opioids or stimulants, powerful drugs that help with pain or focus. But when unused or expired medications linger, they pose serious risks: misuse, addiction, or accidental poisoning, especially for children. Seneca County has 5 locations where you can safely dispose of medications. Take it to the box or use a deter bag at home to deactivate them safely and permanently. Prevent misuse, protect your family, dispose safely. Learn more or request a free Deterra-Safe disposal bag at carsa.org. Prevention starts with you.
At UIS Insurance and Investments, we're committed to protecting what matters most. That's why we partner with Auto Owners Insurance, offering reliable coverage and personalized service from people you can trust. UIS and Auto Owners Insurance, working together to keep you covered no matter what life throws your way.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
All right, and we're back here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn here on the Hope and Fostoria halftime show. Donnie Hannam doing a great job on the camera here for us tonight. Before we get you back to the action here in the start of the second half, we got a couple of things we want to point out here. As first, we'll start out with our keys to the game here tonight. Keys to the game brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments, guiding your future, securing your success. For Old Fort tonight, they need to play at their pace and force some turnovers in transition. Those are going to be the keys for the Stockaders. For Margaretta, it's simple. They got to keep that ball moving and close out on three-point shooters on the defensive end of the ball. Those are going to be the keys for the Margaretta Polar Bears here tonight. And once again, keys to the game brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. Now we'll switch over to the Vicek Orthodontics Player Spotlight. As first up under our spotlight is the Old Fort Stockaders senior forward, Isaac Gallagher. As this young man has had a phenomenal senior season. Unanimous choice for first team All-SBC River, as he's averaging just about 16 points per game, shooting 55% from inside the three-point arc, 64% from the free throw line. He's averaging about 7.7 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, and about 2 steals per game. He makes his living around the basket. Once again, our spotlight brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics on Isaac Gallagher, the Old Fort Stockaders. And now for the Margaretta Polar Bears, we're looking at senior forward Julian Washington, the Dayton commit. Once again, unanimous choice. First team All-SBC Bay. He was also the unanimous choice for most outstanding player in the SBC Bay this year. And you can see why here, as we covered them in our second broadcast of the year against the Calvert Senecas. And Julian Washington really put on a show in that one. Hasn't had too many highlight opportunities here tonight, but as you can see, he's had plenty of them this year. Leads the team in scoring, over 500 points on the season, 24.5 points per game. Once again, our player spotlight brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics. And we are underway here at the start of the second half. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Judah Keller, a turnaround baby hook, got it to go. And the Polar Bears now have a double-digit lead, 34-23.
Get in here and change this.
Three-point shot off the mark. Beisner gets the rebound, and he puts that one up and in. Henry Beisner. And that's what they need more of, Greg. If they're going to be successful here tonight, they need him to have a big presence down low, because he is the X factor for this Old Fort team. If he can have a big impact in the second half here in the paint.
No doubt about it, Nate.
And under the basket, Tyson Bailey.
Now, before we get too far away from that Julian Washington, I just want to say, Nate, you know what I think about him? I think the guy is money. Cha-ching.
He's good for 3.
Good stuff right there.
That's money.
I don't want to show you the picture I have of him crossing the Delaware.
A 3-point shot
From downtown.
from Brock Hall. But I heard something about Julian Washington that he cannot tell a lie, right?
Something like that. Cannot tell a lie. Then you got honest save. I guess all the presidents were just honest fellas.
You got the referee doing the Macarena out here. First team foul at the 6:36 mark goes against the Stockaders. They trail it by 8. Washington with it, had it poked away, gets it back. Keegan Morris pulls up from the nail, knocks it down. Boy, that was wet. 6:17 left in here in the third quarter. Grant Havens at the top of the key. And that's excellent defense by Tyson Bailey. Dimitri Carter kicks it over to Brock Hall. Now Grant Havens with it at the top of the key. Havens gives it back to Carter. We have a foul off the ball. That's going to go against Cale Bailey. That's his first. And the first team foul on the Polar Bears comes at the 5:52 mark here in the third quarter. Inbound. It is poked away and stolen by the Polar Bears. Nice transition. Look, what a beautiful feed. Julian Washington finds Tyson Bailey. And Bailey, through the contact, is able to get the shot up and in. And he works himself to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play, the old-fashioned way.
I think history has shown us, Nate, that Washington was not a selfish man.
He was not.
He's always looking to help out his teammates and his brothers.
Always looking to help his fellow man. Grant Havens at the logo. Tyson Bailey, once again, great defense. Extending that defense all the way out past the perimeter. Gallagher had it poked away. Morris with the steal. Washington in transition. Boom! Throws it down. Another jam for Julian Washington. And Beisner's shot, no good, but he draws the foul.
So wasn't there a Washington that had something to do with peanut butter? Now you're out here talking about jam. Was it George Washington Carver?
George Washington Carver, yes. There you go. History lesson today with the Wizard.
But yeah, he heard you say in there at halftime, Nate, that he didn't have very many highlight opportunities there in the first half. So he said, I'll find a couple here in the second.
Right. Polar Bears with the basketball. They lead it by 14. Washington under the basket. Puts it up and puts it in. Julian Washington now with 8 points. And the Polar Bears have extended that lead. Now they lead by 16. And Bailey, once again, outstanding defense.
Man.
This kid is just on him like a wet suit.
So this one far from out of hand here yet, but the Polar Bears starting to take a nice commanding lead on this one now.
Brock Hall had it poked away from behind.
Just because of plays like that right there.
Keegan Morris driving, puts it up, puts it in. Nice, coast to coast from Keegan Morris. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. 4:14 left to play here in the third quarter. This timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take this moment and thank all of our sponsors who allow us to bring high school basketball to you live and paywall free here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
So I know it's a late Friday night, and tournament play starts tomorrow bright and early at the 2 p.m. is bright and early for me, but some of these business owners, they may not be thinking about these kind of things here late on a Friday night, but if you're a fan and you want to see these games, and you feel like being a stickler, you go ahead and call up one of the business owner buddies, say, hey, did you check your emails? See if Heart of Ohio Sports has sponsorship opportunities for you?
I know that I've sent out some emails that have went unanswered since the beginning of this week. So, yes, if there are some sponsors out there listening, you might want to check your spam filter. Grant Havens with it. Gives it off to Dimitri Carter, and that one's poked away.
Swacked away.
See, Judah Keller recently announced his commitment to the University of Findlay, as he'll be an Oiler. He'll play some football over there. He's a heck of a football player. Brock Hall over to Carter, right wing three, off the mark.
Look at that.
Polar Bears looking to push.
Oh.
And that shot off the mark. And it's tipped out of bounds off Margaretta.
Seeing like even right there, Nate, you think that Washington could have probably just taken that one himself, but he saw the teammate. He said, hey, you got a better step ahead of me. Here you go. Didn't work out the best for him, but like I said, he's not selfish.
And that's the style of play with Coach Steve Keller. I mean, these Margaretta Polar Bears, they're known for their unselfish play. Left corner three from Havens is off the mark. Washington pushes it to Morris. Morris pulls up from just inside the three-point arc. Got that one to go. Keegan Morris. He's got 15 points here tonight. Actually, maybe got 17. Leading all scorers. You think he was a little peeved about that honorable mention? He's like, honorable mention? I should have at least got second team. Come on.
Come on, get out of here.
Havens over to Hall. Left wing three. No.
Oh.
Rebound grabbed by the Polar Bears. Washington tried to find his teammate under the basket. Gets it back. Cross court. Keller's three, no good. Stockaders with it. It's poked away. It goes out of bounds off of Margaretta.
It's like Keller's three was about a 2.5 there, Nate.
Yeah, right?
I'll tell you, Nate, and I already talked about this, you know, the whole home court contest and how Old Fort's in the Final Four here. I'll say this much. I don't know about as from the fans' perspective, but as a announcer and being in the media, I love this place.
Oh, yeah.
I love not having to rub
It's
elbows.
a beautiful, beautiful
Squeeze into
venue.
the seats, having this weird, you know, this different perspective from the end of the court here.
Nice feed under the basket.
Whoa!
And Jake Boy got it to go. His first basket of the game. Polar Bears lead it by 22 now. Carter feeds it down low for Gallagher. It's poked away. Brock Hall on the left wing puts it up. No, Gallagher had the rebound. Now tips it to Carter. Carter puts it up, puts it in. Dimitri Carter off the glass. His second basket of the game. He's got 5 points. Look at the ball movement from the Polar Bears.
I mean, so quick. It was like watching a ping pong ball just bounce through everybody there.
I always talk about the hockey pass, and I don't think people understand what that is. That was a hockey pass. That's what you call a hockey assist. It's the assist to set up the assist. He saw the guy.
Passes happen so fast, it's just straight to him, straight out of his hands to the next guy.
Absolutely. And I said, you know, one of the keys tonight for Old Fort was they are going to have to play the passing lanes. If you're going to come away with any kind of a victory against these Polar Bears, you got to come away with some turnovers. Well, that's easier said than done. They don't turn the ball over very often.
Especially when the lanes only exist for about a half a second.
Over on the right wing, three-pointer.
Ooh.
Boy, that hit every part of the backboard and the stanchion and the rim. And it did not fall in. Stockaders with the basketball. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brock Hall on the left wing. At the free throw line. Now feeds it down low.
Well, too low.
Grant Havens got that shot to go and draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Jake Boy. That's his second. Third team foul on the Polar Bears at the 30-second mark.
So he can bring this one back into the teens on the lead here. Oh.
Unable to get it to go. And we got a pushing foul from behind as Beisner's going to get called. So it'll be Margaretta basketball. 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Keegan Morris takes the inbound pass, and he brings it over the timeline into the forecourt for the Polar Bears. They will hold this for the last shot. Folks, don't forget you can submit your picture, be entered into our contest to win the Fan of the Game, brought to you by Clouse Construction. Find out who wins that in the postgame show. Brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. You can also drop your comment. Who do you think should win the Defensive Player of the Game? That brought to you by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses. Of course, I got a couple picks.
So we'll have our Player of the Game, of course, brought to you by our lunch today.
Oh. Buzzer beater, Isaac Gallagher. And that's the end of the third quarter. Margaretta on top, 53-36. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen's sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos. The Polar Bears lead the Stockaders 53-36 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of action. I want to thank Donnie Hannam for sacrificing his Friday night. High school senior, spending time here with a couple of old geezers at a school that's not even his school. Got to give it up. Donnie Hannam doing a great job for us tonight on the camera.
Just got back from vacationing somewhere in the south of France or something like that.
I don't know if you can believe that.
Oh, I believe that right there.
Brock Hall puts that one up and in. And there you go, playing the passing lanes.
Yeah, you see the Stockaders just said, hey, this is our last chance here. We're going to make this quarter count.
Stockaders with the basketball. Grant Havens working on Tyson Bailey. Once again, excellent on-ball defense by Bailey.
I'd say we're going to see some real physical basketball here in this last period.
Beisner had it poked away.
Oh.
Judah Keller driving.
Nice
puts it up,
move
puts
there.
it in.
I like that little hesitation move, yeah. Bringing it across to one side, so hits the brakes, comes back around from behind you.
Havens picks up his dribble. Over to Gallagher on the right wing. I tell you what, Judah Keller and Julian Washington have done an outstanding job on Isaac Gallagher since the first quarter.
Man.
Oh, what a shot.
Nice.
As he gets that one to go through the contact, right as soon as I say something, Greg. He had 8 points in the first quarter, but he's been pretty held in check since then, as he only has 11, but that'll give him 13 with a chance at 14 here at the line.
See if he's waking back up here. And we talked about they had a 22-point lead just a little bit ago, and now we're down to 15.
Absolutely.
That's no easy task to cut 7 points off the lead from these Polar Bears. Nice.
3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Hey, Stockaders said, you want this win, you're going to have to earn it.
Keller feeds it down low for Tyson Bailey. And Bailey puts it up and in.
That's those little daggers there they just want to hit you with.
Tyson Bailey with 13 points.
Kind of slow down the momentum. Just when you're starting to feel it, and they said, no.
He is the third Polar Bear in double digits here tonight. We have a foul off the ball. Isaac Gallagher called for the foul. That's his first.
Man, I tell you what, you would think looking at this crowd here tonight, you'd think this was a tournament game.
Right.
How many people are here tonight?
Well, that's just the atmosphere you get when you come here, man. Nice feed. Washington to Bailey.
I mean, even on look at that Polar Bear side of the court.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they made the trip.
Yeah. And that's no short trip. It's not a Hope Bowl trip. It's not a Tiffin, a Calvert trip. It's a little bit of a distance.
Poke away.
Ooh.
Stolen. And we have a foul. That's going to go against Julian Washington.
Thought maybe they were curling there for a second, or been watching too many Winter Olympics.
That'll be his second foul. And the third team foul on the Polar Bears comes at the 5:58 mark. Actually, I think that's only the second. Got a little sweat on the floor here. Guy's taking a tumble. There you go. There's good camera work there by Donnie. On it like Blue Bonnet. Call him Butter. All right. Now we're back. Stockaders with the basketball. They trail it by 18. Inside of 6 minutes to play. Grant Havens with it. Now Beisner back to Havens. Off the screen, poked away, gets it back. Over to Carter, pulls up from three from the right wing!
From downtown!
Dimitri Carter! And a timeout called by Margaretta. Steve Keller wants to talk things over. We'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. We use this time to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, if you want to add your name to that list, just send us an email, sales@heartofohiosports.com. We are still looking to add a few more names to our sponsor list for tomorrow's girls tournament basketball game between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the Mohawk Lady Warriors. That's a 2 o'clock tip-off, so we would have to hear from you before noon tomorrow in order to get your information loaded in time. But if you want to add your name to that list, just send us an email, sales@heartofohiosports.com.
And I'll say this, Nate, I mean, not to sound full of ourselves or anything, but with 2 games here tonight.
Keegan Morris!
Nice.
From downtown!
I was going to say, with 2 games here tonight, it's honestly, people are lucky that we're even offering the option for there to be a 2 o'clock game tomorrow.
We really were not thinking when we said we were going to do that game tomorrow. I should say I was not thinking.
But, it's one of those things where we said if you guys sponsor it, we'll be there, so.
Julian Washington with a rebound for the Polar Bears. Grant Havens, three-pointer off the mark. Mid-range jumper, no good. Keller grabs the offensive rebound among the trees, but he had it poked away. And the Stockaders with it. Boy, the way Judah Keller came in there and grabbed that rebound. There's 3 Stockaders standing there.
Yeah.
And he just soared above all of them.
That kid has a fire in him.
He really does. Foul will be called on Cale Bailey. For Bailey, that's his 3rd foul. And the 3rd team foul on the Polar Bears comes at the 4:34 mark.
For these Polar Bears, these Stockaders got to feel like a just like a fly that just won't go away, and pests that just won't leave them alone here. Had the 22-point lead, and then they just close it down. They get it, space it back out, and they just won't go away.
And Beisner got them both. Polar Bears with the basketball. It's stolen away. Brock Hall down low. Gallagher put it up, put it in. Now that was good transition basketball from the Stockaders.
Making quick work of it there.
Keegan Morris.
Have you ever tried to look up a Stockader? Oh my goodness. I think this might be the only team in the history of ever to be named the Stockaders.
What a move. And Gallagher shot off the mark. Crowd wanted a foul. Keller put it up. No. And the rebound grab by Old Fort. Yeah, that's a good point, Greg. I don't think any other team is named the Stockaders.
It might be the most genuine.
And the basket is good. And the foul will put Isaac Gallagher at the line. Judah Keller called for the foul. That's his third. 3:41 left to play here in the ball game. Isaac Gallagher once again trying to trim this down to a 14-point game.
Nice.
He does. Keegan Morris feeds it to Tyson Bailey. He was open, but unable to get the pass under control.
I can't believe he wrangled that one in.
I know.
Was able to toss it over right before he fell out.
Keller working on Carter. Gives it off to Morris. Morris feeds it to Keller. No, that's Bailey on the baseline. And that one tipped out of bounds. I think that was last touched by Margaretta. No. We're going to say off the Stockaders. I think Henry Beisner was the last to touch that one. It stays with the Polar Bears. They lead it by 14, 3:09 to play here in the ball game. Julian Washington with it. Ooh, what a move. Washington double teamed. And the basket wouldn't have counted anyway, as it is a non-shooting foul on the Stockaders. Polar Bears will inbound it with 3:02 left to play. Judah Keller. Ooh, they got away with a travel there.
Oh, yeah.
Keller kicks it out. Morris.
I'm sure our camera just glitched, Nate. I don't know what you're talking about.
Morris, right wing three.
Oh.
Off the rim, no. And there is no over the back in high school, but that's about as close to an over the back as you can get right there. And that'll be the fifth foul on the Polar Bears. So from here on out, Stockaders will be shooting free throws. And that will put Grant Havens at the line.
So that could work out very well in their favor here, Nate.
Havens on the season, just a 43% free throw shooter. Got the first one to go.
So with the foul situation the way it is, you've got a little bit of wiggle room to make a couple mistakes on your end, but these Polar Bears, now they're going to tighten up.
Got them both. Two huge free throws from Grant Havens.
Look at that. Smothering defense. Had two Stockaders in his face there.
Washington down low. Tyson Bailey. The ball movement from the Polar Bears. Yeah, impeccable.
So when you got two defenders on one guy, that's what's going to happen is you're going to find a man open like that. You can move the ball quick enough. Hit him while he's open, Nate.
And I think we're going to get a foul on the Stockaders. They're going to say he was clearing out with the arm, with the off arm. He does not agree with that one, but that's what the call is. Polar Bears with it.
That
down low.
Again.
Bailey. Keller with it. 2:06 left to play.
So now they're just going to start playing keep away. You know, make them have to foul them. You know they got the fouls to give.
Keller Feeds it down low. Tyson Bailey off the glass, put it up and in.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to toss it around, either find a shot, or they're going to say, you want us to stop it? Foul us.
And now you see proverbial white flags go up here as Grant Havens pops that one from 3 off the mark.
He's trying to put up the orange flag there. Toss that one in.
Keller with the offensive rebound. He gets that one to go.
Man, how?
Through the contact.
He had, 4 Stockaders hovering over top of him. He was able to spin out of that one and put it up.
That was upper body strength right there.
My goodness.
That's what you call muscling it up. And Judah Keller able to convert on three-point play the old-fashioned way. Couple of substitutions now as Julian Washington and Judah Keller take a seat. Keller with 17 points here tonight. Tyson Bailey with 19. I'll write down some of these scores here. Sorry, folks. Just making sure I get them before they start subbing out players, since everybody's getting a seat now. Got all my scores down here.
So I'm not seeing the, I don't see the YouTube comments, but I hear that the YouTube comment section is getting pretty rowdy here tonight. Have to go back and check that one out later.
Polar Bears with the basketball. Left wing 3 off the mark as Zach Gray into the game here. Grant Miller picks up his dribble. And Colton Herrick's shot, no good. 26.3 seconds left. And Herrig, his first shot, no good. Herrig on the season is 70% free throw shooter, so he's probably going to hit this one. Got it. Aiden Miller with it for the Polar Bears. Tyler Johnson over to Carter Kelly. And now Rob Cox with it.
Just to dribble this one out here, Nate.
And that's the end of the ball game. Your final score, Margaretta 71, Old Fort 53. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We've got the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Our defensive player of the game brought to you by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse. And don't go anywhere. We got our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. Send in your pictures. How you watching the game tonight, folks? Let us know. We're coming back here on Heart of Ohio Sports after this.
More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
My stomach is messed up.
The game's almost over. Can't you wait?
No, I gotta go right now.
Wow, really?
Swung on, hit the center, well hit. Back, and this one's gone. A home run for Connor Moyer on an 0-2
Needed
pitch.
that.
Smokes it to dead center.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
It happens. Never miss a moment.
Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back here to John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. We're live here with the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Nate Mullins, Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here tonight. And it was a victorious one for the Margaretta Polar Bears as they come away with a win. 71-53 is the final score, as the Polar Bears improve their record to 19-3 and close out the regular season with a win. The Old Fort Stockaders will finish their season at 14-8. They do finish 11-3 within the SBC River. Margaretta, an unblemished 10-0 in the SBC Bay, as they have won the SBC Bay now, I believe, the second straight year.
You know, Nate, I could have swore I saw something about it being like even more than that.
Well, I know for sure. I know
like,
probably was way more than that.
I want to say I don't want to say it, but I was going to say like 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 6 years or something like that, but I could have been wrong. Sometimes I stumble across these things when I'm looking for stuff, so.
When I first started covering basketball, I feel like they were in the river and then they changed to the bay.
Mm-hmm.
But I may be wrong with that. I may be wrong. Either way, regardless, outstanding accomplishment. And these Polar Bears, they really, they're set. They're locked in and set for tournament play, which is just around the corner for them. They start tournament play next week. And obviously, girls are already underway. But the boys had their tournament draw last week, or this past Sunday, for Divisions 3 through 7. And the Polar Bears are in Division 5. I believe they are in the Northwest 2 district, yes. And they will await the winner of the Oak Harbor and Edison game. And they'll play their game, let's see, that'll be next Friday at 7 o'clock. That'll be a home game for them. 4th Sandusky Bay Conference title in the last 5 years.
That's what I came across there.
That's an impressive accomplishment there for Steve Keller and these Polar Bears as they continue the success that they're known for. But once again, big win for the Polar Bears here tonight. As for the Old Fort Stockaders, they get ready for postseason play. Greg, a little bit of tuning up yet to do, but
not the end of the road yet.
It's definitely is not the end of the road. I feel like this team, they're starting to find themselves. And I know this is not the way you wanted it to go, but I don't think any team, there's not a whole lot of teams that really, it doesn't go a whole lot of teams' way when they play the Polar Bears. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, especially against the Polar Bears. I was going to say against any opponent, it's 50% of the time it's not going to go your way, but against the Polar Bears, you got to believe that's a little bit, the odds are a little less in your favor.
Yeah. But the Stockaders will play next Thursday as they'll host the Fremont St. Joe Central Catholic Streaks. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off right here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. And we will not be on the call for that one, as we have a couple other games that we've got our eyes on for that night. But we do have our eyes on those Old Fort Stockaders as they make their way through the tournament, as there are a couple of teams in this Northwest 5 district that, you know, the seeding is a little confusing to me, Greg, because you had the Calvert come away with a 1 seed, Plymouth with the 2 seed, Sandusky St. Mary's with the 2 seed. So you got two seeds in this district. The way they do the postseason tournament brackets, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room just to learn the process of how they come up with this stuff. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So the Stockaders will host Fremont St. Joe next Thursday here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. As for us, tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, we will be live from Tiffin Calvert Gymnasium as the Tiffin Calvert Lady Senecas host the Mohawk Lady Warriors for the sectional final matchup at Seneca's Gymnasium.
It's going to be one of those classic battles, just down the road rivalries that you always get to see. And it just means a little bit more when you're playing in tournament time.
That's right. Absolutely, Greg. All right, well, let's start giving out awards here as we've got some things to give away here tonight. First, we'll start with our Defensive Player of the Game. Of course, the Defensive Player of the Game brought to you by our friends at Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses.
Trying to fix the score here. There we go. Defensive Player of the Game.
I hope you all went to Wagner for Valentine's Day. All I know is I went to Kroger on Valentine's Day to get a cake because I wanted to make a cake for Chelsea for Valentine's Day. And yeah, it was last minute, but it was just a cake. I got her all the other stuff. And I got ribeyes too. We had ribeyes for Valentine's. I made my wife a ribeye for Valentine's. But there's a lot of guys in there making last minute decisions. And they all had the same look on their face like, I don't know, I guess this looks good. That's why you trust the experts.
No doubt about it.
That's why you needed to go to Wagner. And tonight, Wagner's giving their flowers away to Judah Keller as he takes the Defensive Player of the Game award tonight. Outstanding performance. He had 17 points, but I think on the defensive end, he had to have at least 5 steals, Greg. He was all over the place, playing the passing lanes, and he was just a menace out there, as he usually is.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it, Nate. We saw him how many times just cutting off passes, stealing the ball away, and then like we talked about, being not selfish with it. Not just, you know, when everybody's eyes are on you and you know they're watching you, that's when you just kind of sneak it off to your teammate real quick and let them have some of the spotlight.
Absolutely. And once again, our Defensive Player of the Game brought to you by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, where tradition blooms. Judah Keller with an outstanding performance tonight on the defensive end of the floor. Now let's talk about our Fan of the Game. Of course, Fan of the Game brought to you by our friends at Clouse Construction. Clouse Construction, your certified Butler builder. Tonight's game, it was hard for me to pick out any of the fans here because there were so many fans, all right? There was so much going on here tonight, packed house. But one thing that I noticed, Greg, it was during halftime, they did a stuffed animal toss onto the court. And it just caught my attention because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
And then they start counting 3, 2, 1, and then I see everybody in the crowd just start throwing teddy bears and all kinds of stuffed animals onto the floor. And to me, tonight, the fan of the game goes to all these people who had to clean them all up.
I mean, for real.
Seriously.
These things are always fun to do in theory, but somebody's got to be the one to clean up the mess, or else there's just going to be a bunch of stuffed animals all over the place.
Absolutely.
It's going to look like a little kids' room out there.
So once again, our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. Tonight it goes to the cleanup crew here at John Brueggemeier Gymnasium for making sure the court looks good.
Yeah, they had that cleaned up in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it did not take them long at all.
This is a 15-second video, so don't call me a liar, but it was very quick.
It didn't take them long, that's for sure. Once they got down there and got after it, they got them cleaned up real quick. Once again, our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction, the cleanup crew.
We love it.
Big win for the Polar Bears here tonight, 71-53. You're tuned in here on the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We still got one more award to give away. And tonight, we need to give away our player of the game. Of course, player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. And tonight, your player of the game, Keegan Morris. Morris dumped in 20 points here tonight as he was on fire from beyond the arc. And even more smooth from inside the arc, Greg. A couple of them shots, it just felt like he was feeling it tonight.
And I mean, it's those the quiet ones that sneak up on you that just build up and build up. And especially when, when you play your game like this, the Polar Bears had a nice lead, and then the Stockaders started to catch up. That's where those quiet baskets just start to build up. And next thing you know, where'd that lead go? Or, where we were starting to close on that lead, how did it get so big again?
Yeah.
That's exactly how it's those quiet, just inside shots, just being consistent and making your shots, man.
And a big shout out to Tyson Bailey as well. He had 19 points here tonight. It was hard to pick a player of the game, but I felt like Keegan Morris really, from start to finish, he had a big impact on this one. And he's the biggest reason why the Polar Bears are able to come away with a 71-53 win. Once again, player of the game brought to you by our friends at Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, where great food always makes the starting lineup. And we had some great food today, let me tell you. Greg, I had one of them Southwest chicken wraps.
Had some great fresh food, and I'm going to have some great leftovers after this game.
If you've never had one, folks, give it a try. Southwest chicken wrap with the corn salsa and the chipotle ranch. I'm telling you, it's so good. Give it a try.
It still blows my mind how many people you come across that haven't had Benchwarmers. I've heard about it, or haven't gotten out there. You're doing yourself an injustice by not going out there, trust me, because I have yet to meet a person that I've told to go out there and try something that hasn't come back and said, wow, that was great, and hasn't gone back over and over and over again.
Exactly. Once again, Keegan Morris, our player of the game, brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. All right, Greg, I think that's going to do it for us here tonight. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the regular season?
Nate, on paper, this one kind of turned out exactly what you expected coming into here tonight. The Stockaders kept it interesting for a good while, but these Polar Bears, they just shut things down and did what you expected them to do and ended things out on a good note, for them at least, because they're going to take the bus trip back home feeling good here tonight.
Oh, yeah, they're going to feel real good.
And as for Washington, hopefully Martha's got dinner warmed up for them.
Well, hopefully ain't chopping down no cherry trees. All right, folks, for Donnie Hannam and Greg Kinn, I'm Nate Mullins signing off from John Brueggemeier Gymnasium. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, tournament basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports as we bring you the sectional final between Tiffin Calvert and the Mohawk Lady Warriors. 2 o'clock tip-off right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State. That's going to do it for us here tonight. 71-53 final, Margaretta over Old Fort. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.